Hello, people. How's it going out there tonight? Shader catalog assertion. How was my chicken dinner? Well, I haven't even played Blackout in a couple of days. This is Matt, by the way. Hi. I know a few Matts. What Matt is it? Oh, hey. So, what I am doing right now is part of what I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow, so that we could start laying out the overworld. I'm making a couple of entity types. I'm not going to do the programming for them tonight because it's going to be bedtime eventually, but I'm going to convert these things to those. And hope that I don't destroy something horribly. And then we can use these things to lay out the levels. Whoops. Nope. Nope, not that. That. Okay, so these are level entries and these are level connectors. And we will be able to use these to make screens with entries to a bunch of different levels on them. They are kind of witness cables. They won't look like this in the end, but you know, the goal here is the goal here is just to make it so that we can lay things out, and then eventually we will make it look nice. I actually am going to want that. We'll explain what these are tomorrow. So if I was going to make a level with this stuff, have all my nice new things. We're going to have river maze. What would we call it? I don't know what the terminology is going to be that these levels are called. River maze group. No, because group has a name in the editor. What would be a name for that? Like in a game, there's an area that's just entries to other levels. Nexus? That's kind of what that is. Well, the individual things are sort of teleports, but it's the area that contains all of them. Yeah, maybe junction. We'll call it Nexus for now. Okay, so I'm gonna say there's a level called River Maze Nexus, and I'm gonna go to first. I'm gonna do this just to get a level with rivers or with water because it's going to be themed, and we're going to save this as river maze nexus. Okay, this is going to have entries to a bunch of river maze levels. I need to make a faster river editing mode because this mouse-based thing is annoying. I want to just have an erase button that erases it. Like if I push it over here, it'll erase everything that my mouse goes over. If I wanted to stay up an extra hour tonight, I might do that. And also something where you just kind of freehand and it'll like put the river in the direction that your mouse is going. That'd be great. Okay. Anyway, all I'm trying to do right now, I don't even care that much about this. I'm just trying to get the beginning of something. So we're going to have, the goal of these is just going to be to have places where we can go into different levels, and then there can be dependencies between the levels, right? So some levels will unlock when others are solved. And not only does that happen mechanically, but like you can see what that is before you go, right? And let's just say up here in the corner, we're going to have one that like goes backwards to the overworld, and we're probably going to want a different mesh for those. But I'm just going to call this overworld, or maybe just if it's null, it goes back to the overworld. Let's just do that. Okay, and we'll make it a different color than everybody else. I don't know, purple, because purple is great. Yeah, that's going to be real ugly. Green. I don't know. Okay. So we're going to have one of those. And then we're going to have some blue ones that are going to be like the actual levels. And we're going to have one for each. So we're going to have River Maze 2 diversions, River Maze Clear 1, River Maze Clear 2, and all this stuff, right? So River Maze. It's called Combiner. Let's put these separate. Tenacious, Clear 2, Clear 1, 2 diversions. Redivert. Oops. I need to fix this. All right. So this is like all the levels that I've made for this area right now. And I kind of just want to group them and make dependencies. So like River Maze, 2 diversions, Clear 1, Clear 2, Tenacious. Which one is Tenacious? Oh, I know which one that is. Why is it not? Oh, Clear Tenacious. Yeah. I know this level. Okay, so, yeah. Clear 1, clear 2, clear tenacious, redivert, redivert. This is clear OR gate and clear OR gate combiner. Okay. Okay. So I kind of just need to decide right now how I want to group these. Let's bring the camera in a little bit. Okay, so River Maze, 2 diversions, clear 1, clear 2, tenacious. These, okay. These are going to be down here. This is going to be over here. And then these are kind of all a group. So now I'm going to start laying out some thingies. I can already tell these are going to be annoying. So is this one is called connection end. That's connection end. Connection short, okay. I want this. Okay. So I'm making these connections between these guys. And then we're just going to kind of fan out from here, and this guy is going to activate all of these, I guess. Or maybe also either of these. Dude, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can change all of this later. Connection bent. These are all the same mesh. Yeah. So bent is just connects to end. I see. So there. And, well, we don't have like a straight across, do we? Oh, we do. Good. All right. Yeah. Look at that. Now the problem is how do I go to this one? Because we don't really, I mean, I could just split off like that. You know, we make it look nice later. And then we'll get the end bagger here. Okay. So the way this works is, these aren't going to actually work right now, but so this would take me back to the overworld, and these would take me to the different levels. And when I stand on one, it would like pop up a thing showing me what the level is. And unlike the other doors, these ones would not auto activate when you step on them. They would wait. And, you know, most of these would be like grayed out in the beginning. So if I came in here, probably only this one would be lit. Although, you know, some levels might have multiple places where you could start, for example. In fact, in this one, maybe these three would be fine by themselves, actually. Maybe. What's this one? Clear one. No, no, probably not. Probably this is just hard enough that you would rather not see it unless you did the first one. I missed an end. Yeah, dude, Huskers is crazy, dude. His 30 kill game is on YouTube, by the way. Someone was saying there wasn't a VOD of it the other day, but there is a video on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm going to do the annoying drudge work of hooking up these frickin' cables. Because the whole point of this is when I do the programming tomorrow, I want to have something to work from. Does the wire determine unlocking sequence? Yes. And so the idea is, so, you know, these all have IDs. So this is 16157. This is 16159, right? This thing will go from 16157. What? Why is that not working? Oh, because I didn't mark it the right way? Uh-oh. I guess we don't, let's see. Uh-oh, I might have broken things. I bet this won't load. Frickin' shader catalog. River Maze Nexus is a level we're on. Oh, it did. Okay, that's weird. Well, that's fine. I don't understand why that worked. Okay. Did we not? There are lots of shader catalog asserts. Okay, whatever. These are, all right. So we actually don't just automatically, if this is a PID, parse it as a PID, I have to put the note there for some reason. Stupid. Shader catalog. Ah, there we go. There we go. I'm kind of screwed because I made a mistake. Let's just fight our way through it. Damn it. Yeah. It's unhappy with me because I screwed things up. Maybe that'll help. All right. Now I have to frickin' manually edit. So I made a mistake. I made a horrible mistake, and I added this without tagging it as version 2, and so we have some things saved with this field and some saved without this field. This is not a good idea. Let's just go see what they look like. If my frickin' search program is up to this task, no, what? Do I put a folder here? What is this for? Dude, I didn't mean to click that. Dude, this program sucks so bad. Data, levels, palette, select folder. And we are looking for level connector. Okay, these are all the level connectors. Let's see what version they are. Version 1, version 1, version 1. I assume they're just all version 1. So the palette level is probably fine. I'm just double checking. So the problem is in my new thing, we have stuff either saved as version 1 that has this, or probably saved as version 2 that doesn't have this. And we can just change their versions to 1. Levels, river, maze, nexus. This fourth line is the version number. Oh my God, how did I manage to make this many already? Version 1, version 1. Uh-oh. I maybe don't understand why we have a problem. There's got to be at least one level 2 in here. Unless I'm wrong about what the problem is. In which case we run debug build. Bro. I thought I just... Come on, people. Oh, I bet there's just like one, and I probably missed it already. Because remember when we reran and added a guy? I bet it's that one guy. Okay, let's run a debug build. All right. That's a different assert. That's Ignacio's problem. Oh, blocked by camera. Oh, now we loaded. Dude, I don't know what's going on. Okay. We didn't have any saved as version 2. I thought we recompiled after I tagged this, but I guess we didn't. So there wasn't a problem. I didn't need to search all those files. Okay. So now what I am going to do is have these connectors. So 16157 to 159. So 16157, 16159. This is 16159 to 16171. Right? And then, so these are easy. So the way this would work is, you know, when one of these guys has these IDs set, then every time you come into this level, it'll check and say, hey, if this one's unlocked, make sure this one's unlocked, and play the unlocking animation and the nice sound effect and stuff, so that every time you come back to this level, you see the changes that you succeeded in making. Now, the annoying thing is, you know, we're stringing several of these together. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have this one be 159 to 161. And then these ones are just going to be like, we're just extensions of this one. So this one is going to have the controlling logic, and then these ones are just visual, right? So, whoops. Extension of 16241, right? So these guys, what'll happen is these will just track if they light up or whatever. These will just track the light up of this. It's probably not exactly going to be lighting up. It'll be something more subtle and interesting looking. Okay, 16161 to 16163. Wait, what? Sixteen, 163. Right? Okay. Eventually you could imagine some command that just figures these out, because you kind of know what square these are between, sort of. Not exactly in the cases of these, but for these you could figure it out automatically. Okay, so this one is going to be from 159 to 169. And then these are going to be 16227. And this is going to be 159 to 173. And then these are going to be extensions. Right? And then this is going to be 169 to 167. Okay. That is maybe all that I was going to do with this tonight. Is set this up. And then I'll do some programming on it maybe tomorrow to make these actually do the things. Okay. Well, now I almost wish that I'd done the programming to go into these, because that would be nice. I'm going to just try to play some of these levels that I made today adversely and see if I can exploit them and break them and stuff. Usually maybe you want more time away from them, but what the heck. Okay. So this one, well, what can I do maliciously on here? I can definitely do that. It's not going to help me. If I do that, then I can't ever get there. You know what? Screw it. I want to make the new level that I'm thinking of. This was the last level I made today. And I want to make one like this one. But different. And before I even forget, let's go to the Nexus level. Put another one there. I'm sort of taking for granted that I'm going to like this enough to keep it, but it doesn't seem like that hard of a level design. 173 to 247. All right. Anyway. Okay, back here. So the dealio with this one is going to be we're going to have a loop around an island. And, well, maybe we don't need it to go that far. The island is going to be pretty squat. I think. There's not going to be very much to do. This thing is going to be here. So I want to make it so that you need to get to a river 7 squares away. And divert that. Doesn't even have to be that far. But let's make it there. So that would be like that. Let's just say that just goes off forever. And then this is over here. Okay. So this part is fine. Disrupting that river is fine. The question is then, how do I get there? Like, oh. Oh. Dude, this is crazy. This is going to be more crazy than I thought that it should be. This is the full banana cakes. We're just going to ignore these for a bit. We'll leave some little stragglers there. Uh-oh. I put this in the wrong place. This is going to divert to the right. Which means, well, that's okay. It's okay. We just have to get off en passant right now. Or we could move this. Just if I move it, yeah, I don't want to move it. All right. So, okay. Are you ready for the full banana cakes? Oops. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Shoot. I mean, so what I was trying to do is do this to divert the river, but first have me have to get on. Problem is, whoops, I've got a breakpoint. So first of all, I mismeasured this distance by 1. And secondly, both me and the rock can't really be in the same place. Unless I start out with it on my head. I could do that, where you have to teleport a rock and then... Okay. Let's do the following thing. Remember when I said I don't think this is going to be that hard of a puzzle to design? It is hard. I could do a very simple version of it, but the simple version of it has like no affordances aside from the obvious ones, so it's not going to be very good to solve. So I want to do something tricky with the crystal. Could definitely, so I could do a thing where you teleport the stone onto this lily on the right, and then it loops around further to the right, and then you teleport it back further up. But the question is, why? Why would we do that? We could divert a river further down, but why would we do that? Without the ability to get there, it's not that good. Let's just do this. This is going to be stupid. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We can justify this later. All right. So okay. Shoot, this is still not going to work. Damn it. Because next time we try to run the mirror, the stone's going to be in the way. But we could, okay, we could make a simpler puzzle out of this, because this is still interesting, right? So if I go there, now the stone is fallen, right? And so if I drop the stone It's going to divert the river after I've gone. Now, this particular divert is not very useful. But I think, dude, I need like a fast reverse direction of everything. I need to do the Factorio thing here. It'd be so much faster. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's the regular thing. And let's get rid of some of this. Get rid of that. Like that. You dig? You dig. All right. This is no longer the correct name for the level, but who cares? So we go there. I missed it. I would probably start the lily pad further around so that you don't have to wait as long for it. Right, so there. And now that I'm circling, I think we can shorten the loop a little bit. All right. Okay. Okay. I mean, I could pull this in to make it fewer squares, but that would kind of, I don't want to choke the level spatially. You get the stone on her head by having her push a pushable block out from under it. If there was an overhang, yes. But you would need 2 blocks and an overhang. Oh, but we could use the skipping stone. The problem is you couldn't. The problem is you wouldn't be able to use the skipping stone so we would have to add an extra block. I'm not sure if I prefer adding an extra block or an extra player. Because if you start with 2 blocks stacked on top of each other, then it's obvious that you're talking about verticality. Whereas if I start here and, you know, this is just an exit, then it's like, well, I guess this guy has to come down to leave, so who knows what he's needs to do, you know? Who can say? Like, it doesn't give away the answer to the puzzle as much, I don't think. Let's try tightening this up, though. I mean, that only saves like 2 frickin' squares of travel time, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 squares of travel time. That's a lot. And you know, if you put this here, it would be kind of a giveaway that you can't do anything with it and that you have to put it on your head. But if you put it here, then it's like, oh, maybe I drop it and then push it somewhere, right? So you need to leave enough affordances for people to think of things that may not be right. So now we're not actually using this greater distancing of this loop. So I don't know, this might start to feel claustrophobic. Or it might start to feel really magical. I don't know. All right, let's record this. Oh yeah, I was saying that it would be nice to put the lily pad somewhere, but I guess you can, this is fine. So I didn't actually use the original idea that I set out to use, which was of looping the stone to get a greater distance on it. But maybe we can use that a different time. Whoops. Re-record. I had the wrong guy selected and I don't want to mess up my recording. All right. Okay, so we're on this character the whole time. Go there. Go. And then it's totally fine to do that. What could the Lily Faring character do halfway around that would be required or interesting? In this level, nothing. In a more complex level, anything, right? But I don't want to add ideas to this level. This level has one idea. It knows what it's about. There's no like confusion. So that's good. I mean, I almost should shrink the whole thing up by one more, right? I mean, if we're being minimal about it, I kind of don't know if I like it so. Well, we'll try it. We can always open it up later. Whoops. All right. Oh, the timing's going to be different now. Yeah. Oh, right. I changed the distance. I changed the distance. Do we want to do that? Oh, come on. Breakpoints. Don't give me any breakpoints. I'm not sure about that. I'm not awake enough to really know if that's okay right now. So, oh, we're going to undo that for now. Because if I shrink the distance, then maybe I want to shrink the island, and it just the shrinkage never ends, and at some point it just gets really too tight. Can't two objects be equal distances from the mirror? Yes. Then they block each other and nothing can happen. Can you make a level where the bard has to ferry people across a river ocean? You probably could. Yeah, too much shrinkage is no good. Although that's not strictly true, but like when you pack things down into too little space, it can be ugly. But when you let them just sort of be in the amount of space that they're in, it could be fine. You know, with this one, maybe I just want to bring back that square on the left. You know, I mean, maybe people just need to have patience. Right? It's not like they're waiting an hour for a cloud or something. Now I kind of want to add back all the space. Dude, I don't know. This is okay. I mean, do I even want something like this? Now the timing's going to be messed up again, right? Probably. Yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Record. And then I got to rename this level because the name is no longer appropriate. And then I think it might be bedtime. Any questions before I go to bed? Yeah, that's the thing is I don't want to stress too much over aesthetics because eventually we're going to decorate all these levels and they'll look different at that time. But, you know, sometimes it's good to at least put in a little bit of aesthetic groundwork so that people aren't faced with an ugly mess all the time. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to rename this one to Upper Friend because I don't like to say what the solution is. Okay, now, is there anything about... Okay, well, this kind of sucks because... Well, I guess maybe not. Oh, no, it does kind of suck. So the thing is, you don't actually need to put it on your head. And the reason is because you could do this. You could do this, and then this. And that'll get that away from the wall. You know, and then you push this down, right? And then this guy, I mean, I didn't do it fast enough, but after this person leaves over there, this guy can push this. See what I'm saying? So like, after she goes, this guy can just push, which is not very good. Because that's, I mean, that's fine, but it's isomorphic to a lot of other puzzles in the game. We could do the inanimate block version. I think that gives it away. We could put this guy's exit up here. That maybe gives it away, but maybe not. Right, so now this guy can never come down. And it at least seems like it might be interesting because if you were going to try, you know, if you were going to try to get this stone somewhere that you could teleport it, you would need to do mirror gymnastics with it, right? Problem is though, right now I messed up my mirror. So it's a little bit, there's enough to think about, right? Like, How do I not mess up my mirror and still do this? I don't know. It's actually not a more complicated solution because, you know, there are many puzzles in this game where like you switch off between players and they do things for each other, right? And so that would just be along the lines of all the other puzzles. So I wouldn't want to do that, right? Okay, we're going to rename this one to Upper Friends. Wait, didn't I edit this? Do I have 2 nexuses loaded? Yes. This is going to be called Upper Friend. Okay, and name it there. Sokoban, Rentree, data, levels, river. I like these river maze levels. I made like 9 of them today. Actually, this one will be number 10. I think they're all good. I mean, who knows? Maybe some of them are exploitable and I have to work on it. Oh, and then we got to change the test. Renaming levels is a pain. Okay. So ignore the shader catalog assert. All right, test is loading, this is loading, it's all good. Oh, except we moved the exit. We've got to re-record the test because we moved the exit. Wait. That was weird. Okay. Whoops. This guy just goes there. She goes there. Boom. Boom. Would it have been possible to divert the river first? I don't think so. Let's see. So if you divert the river first, well, okay. So the thing I don't like right now is it's impossible to divert this river without putting the stone on your head. So I want to get rid of this square, okay? Because now it's like, okay, she could go there, and now she could push it out, right? Does that ruin the test? I don't think so. Yeah, we didn't use that square. All right. So, so let's say we wanted to divert the river first. Well, whoops. Whoops. Maybe, dude, I don't know. Let's just put the things where we want them. So diverting the river before teleporting onto it, I guess. We might be able to do that. Okay, so the thing is, this is the only point at which I can reach the river. Oh, but I can, okay, yeah. See, I don't like this. This would be a totally fine solution for another level. Ugh. Ugh. And that's unavoidable due to the way the rivers work. Good question. Thank you for asking that. All right, well, this one is a draft. We're going to demote this to draft so we can go to sleep. But okay, but we can make a simpler one called river maze loop. I don't know. Right? And the solution to this one is just exactly what we just saw. So, oh. Right, so it's definitely less exciting, but we send this off. Okay, let's record this because we know it's going to work. We send this off, we push that over, we push that over, we divert the river, we go onto the stone. Put a dragon there. That would be kind of forced. I mean, we could maybe. I mean, a dragon is just super overkill, man. And if you're not careful, like it's not even clear how to put a dragon somewhere without making the level unsolvable. All right, we're going to check this in. Oh, wait, we got to go edit the Nexus. Because this is no longer upper friend, it's loop. And yeah, I don't really know if these two belong together, but whatever, man. This is what I had hoped to do. Um, 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 So that's something I get to sleep on, is how to, because I like the stone on your head thing. The question is just how to make it necessary. The answer is I don't totally know. Yeah, I'm pretty tired right now too, so it's hard for me to think of good solutions. Like, the more tired I get, the more I'm just going to be trying to do ugly stuff that doesn't make it work well. Boat club time. No, it's not boat club time. Yeah. I like these levels though. I had fun making them today. I'm going to try to play them again tomorrow and exploit them, and I hope they're not totally broken. And yeah, I want to try to think tonight about how do I make that rock on the head thing work. I sort of can think of a reason why you would have to do that, but it seems a little bit forced. So, and it seems like it wouldn't necessarily belong in the river levels. Which is fine. It could just be a non-river level. But yeah, that's going to be a thing that I think about. Make it so the only way the guy can push the stone is onto her head, no other possibilities. But then, I mean, you could do that, but then it's not really a puzzle game, right? Like if you don't give people choices of what to do except for what will solve the puzzle, then it's not a puzzle anymore. You know, you could do that once in a while. Actually, Matt has one or two levels that are completely that. And that's fine. That's fine for like those levels because it's funny and it's interesting. But if that's the way that you design your game generally, you just have to be aware that you're not really making puzzles at that point. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thanks everybody for coming by. How long did the stream go? Hour and a half. Good hour and a half of midnight game work. And yeah, I'll see you all later.